This is the brave tale of Tom and the Giant. Once upon a time, Cornwall was ruled by giants, and the biggest and the hairiest and the ugliest of all the old Cornish giants was called Den Braz. He was all hairy belly and horrible head. He lived up on Twagnach Hill and thought nothing of snatching a cow or two, gobble gobble, or a sheep, chomp chomp, or a couple of little girls and boys, clunk clunk, all before breakfast. One morning, seeing the great granite boulders scattered across the hillside, he thought to tidy up a bit. Taking the boulders, grunt, heave, he built himself, heave, grunt, a mighty grunt, heave, grunt, giant's hedge. Phew, all the way round the hill and down to the sea. And when he was done, he roared, "I am the king of this castle, and no dirty little rascal may come in here without my say-so." And he turned and stomped back up the hill to his castle. Stomp, stomp, stomp. In the castle ring was a woman. "Wife," roared Den Braz, "fetch me beer." And she had to run and do whatever the giant told her. She brought him beer. Glug, 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 gurgle, gurgle, When he drunk the beer, tired of it after his morning's work, he lay down for a little shut-eye. Soon the giant's snores were echoing round the valleys. Now, down in Bogier lived a young man named Tom. Tom was just making his way home from work, and what should he find? Blocking his road with this great big giant hedge. "This ain't never right," said Tom. "This road do belong to go straight through here. I shall make sure it does too." So he put his shoulder to that edge and gave it the most tremendous shove. Bang, crash, boom, wham, thunk, tinkle, tinkle. The hedge came down, and Tom walked on down the road, singing to himself. "'Twas down in Albert Square, I never shall forget." Tom's song trickled into the ears of the sleeping Den Braz. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. One great hairy eye opened, and the evening it was. Two great hairy eyes opened. Wet, wet, wet. The giant gave a great airy yawn. Got his great airy belly out of bed. Got his great airy legs out of bed. Stretched his great airy arms. Crack, crack. And stood himself up to look out over his country. There, skipping down the road, merry as a skylark, was Tom. "Oi, you impudent little scrub! Whatever do you mean coming in here disturbing my rest?" shouted old Den Braz. "I," says Tom, "am on the road, and not you nor nobody twice your size is going to put me off it. So you may keep your breath to cool your porridge." "What?" bellowed Den Braz. "You saucy young whelp! I'll drive you out of here quicker than you came in." "Don't need crow too soon, my old cart," says Tom, "for I ain't afeard of thee." You see, what Den Braz didn't know was that Tom was the finest wrestler in the whole of Cornwall. With one blow of my fist, roared the giant, I'll scat your miserable little brains out. But as the huge hairy fist came whistling through the air towards him, Tom grabbed hold of the giant's wrist and with a well-timed tug caught him off balance. The giant toppled onto his stomach with a mighty crash. Come on, says Tom. That was far too easy. Let's have another itch. Oh, my poor belly, groaned Dembraz, staggering to his feet. I'll kick the little blighter from here to kingdom come. But as his great hairy boot came screaming through the air towards him, Tom grabbed hold of the giant's ankle and with a well-timed boot in the other shin, caught the giant off balance a second time. The giant toppled onto his back with an alarming almighty crash. Come on, says Tom. I heard you was a bit of a hard nut. Let's have another itch. Now the giant got up very slowly. Oh, my poor insides. Oh, my poor outsides. Oh, my poor backsides. Then Brass puffed himself up to his full height, let out a mighty yell, and charged at Tom, waving his arms and rolling his eyes. Tom wasn't impressed by all that hot air. He just leapt up, grabbed the giant by the jacket, pulled him down and put him on his back. The giant fell across a sharp rock. Tom heard his backbone go crack. My, how the giant hollered and howled. Hush thy bleating, says Tom. I'll plug your wound with a bit of turf, and you'll be as right as rain at once, to once. And Tom began kicking up grass and earth and shoving it in the giant's wound to stop the bleeding. "'Tis no use, Tom," croaked Dembraz. "I fear I shall kick the bucket. You have killed me, but before I die, with my final breath, I shall do ye a favour. For I do like ye, for your fair play and courage. Gwarry hweg, you gwarry teg, as they say in the old language. Now, up in my castle, there's silver, you can have it. There's gold, 'tis all for you. There's tin ore just waiting to be dressed, enough to last you a lifetime. You are a rich man, Tom. You're a ichem and ommy yobber, richel mabble yobble yop." And he was dead. What's the first thing Tom did? He piled green oak branches, stones and earth over the giant's dead body. Raised a barrow over him to give him a decent burial. You can see it there to this day. Then, off up to the castle. What did Tom find? "Silver, I can have it," said Tom. "Gold, 'tis all from me," says Tom. "Tin ore, just waiting to be dressed, enough for a lifetime," says Tom. "I am a rich man." But there in the castle ring was the finest looking woman Tom had ever seen. "Hello," she says. "Who are you?" "I'm Tom," says Tom. "Who are you?" "I'm Joan," says Joan. "Where's my husband, Dembraz the giant?" "Husband? Oh, hang. Well, I've slightly killed him," gulps Tom. "Killed him? You never did." "Did too." "Thank ye, Tom," says Joan. "Thank ye for killing your husband." "Yeah, don't you see? Now the giant's dead," says Joan. "All this silver, I can have it." "All this gold, 'tis all from me," says Joan. "All this tin ore just waiting to be dressed, enough to last me a lifetime," says Joan. "Thank ye, Tom. You've made me a very wealthy woman." And she shook him firmly by the hand. Oh, well, that's all right. Don't mention it," says Tom weakly, and turned to leave. Just as Tom had dragged his footsteps as far as the castle ring, Joan called after him. Tom, I've been thinking. I shall be needing a new husband. Are you interested? Tom was interested, sure enough, and he was back by Joan's side in a twinkling. They very quickly agreed to set up the wedding date for Galowan, Midsummer's Eve, and piled up branches and woods to create the biggest hilltop bonfire ever seen. They invited old Tom's family, which was large, and old Joan's family, which was larger, and all the people from the neighbouring parishes, so they wouldn't feel left out, to join them. And the eating and the drinking and the singing and the dancing to the pipers' music went on all night long. Tom and Joan's descendants keep up the annual feast to this day. So should you be in Cornwall for Galowan, 23rd of June, head up to the hilltops and join the Midsummer